Hi everyone. Yesterday we have discussed the terms continuity there, in which we are going to be about definition of continuity. Today we have discussed that being any function is continuous, what will its graphs? Its graphs would be a continuous there. There not any jump there. There is not any gaps there. Then we defined the continuity definitions. Its limit exists there. Then function is defined at a given point there. Then after that we are discussed the algebra of continuity there. And now today we are going to start with the continuity about composite function. What is the we are going to start with one of the theorem there. What is theorem? The composite function of two continuous function is also, what is theorem? Our theorem is what? The composite function of two continuous function is also a continuous function. Is also a continuous function. What is composite function there? All of you remember that. So suppose we have three sets there. We have three non-empty sets there, A, B, C, and we have one of the mapping. There is a F. What is F? F is a function from A to B. Then we have a function G from B to C. Then we are defined a composite function from A to C is our, which is what? G composite F. It's a GOF. It's G composite of F. What is the theorem? We have to show that if our F is continuous and our G is continuous in its domain, then our G composite F is also continuous there. What do we prove that? If our F and G be two continuous function, then we have to prove that there is the composition of function. What is composition function? G composite F is also a continuous. Now we have to prove that. What we are going to do? Just take an arbitrary point there. We are going to start with this. Starting with, let F and G be two continuous function, because our theorem is that the composite function of two continuous function is also continuous. Then we will start with, let F and G be our two continuous functions and let point C, take it C, be any arbitrary point. We take a x go to C, an arbitrary point of the domain G composite F. What is domain of G composite F? It's our A here. It's our A. We take any point C here. Then what is the point in B? It's a image go through F. Then we have a F of C here. And our point in the, because it's our domain, then as a it's a FC. Then here the point is like a, what is the point like that? Here we use a point of G of FC. Now we have to be sure that the composite function is our. Then we start with arbitrary point. C belongs to domain of F and FC. FC belongs to domain of G. Then since our F is continuous, our F is a continuous function, means at x equal to C, our limit exists there, and our limit is equal to the value of function at x equal to C. Already we have discussed yesterday definition there. Since our F is continuous, it means limit at x equal to C and F of C both are constant each other. Then what we have, by definition we have limit x tends to C, f of x equal to fc since f is continuous. Also what we have taken g is continuous. When g is continuous, then the point of g is what? F of c. Then what we have? Take arbitrary point or some y, where y is what? Tends to fc. Then limit y tends to fc of g of y is what? Where is its go? What is the function value at y of fc? It's a g of c. Then it's our g of fc. Now what do you have? If f is continuous, then limit x tends to fx equal to fc. Also our g is continuous, then limit when y tends to fc, g of y equal to g of fc. Now we have to talking about its composition of a function. Then now we are going to consider, we have to take from function a to c there. Then we have to limit x tends to c, g composite of f applied on x. Then what we have? By definition, what we have? Limit x tends to c, by composite definition, it's our g of fx. Now look, our limit x tends to c, g goes to our fx. Now let what do? When x tends to c, then this implies our fx tends to fc. But our fx is what? Is equal to y. Then our y tends to fc. Then when our limit x tends to c, what we say? Our limit x tends to c is g of fx. Then when we are going to take it, then our limit y, when our limit y tends to fc, then it equal to g of y. Y tends to, when x tends to c, then our fx tends to fc. Then our take fx equal to y. Then our y tends to fc here. Then this is what? It's now limit y tends to f of c, g of y. What we taken there? We just taken, since our x tends to c, then our fx tends to fc. We have taken fx equal to y, fx to y, then our y tends to fc. We change its limit when y, our y tends to fc, then we taken fx equal to y, then it's our gy. Now see, g is continuous when limit y tends to fc, then our gy is equal to g of fc. Then this is equal to g of fc. What do we prove that? We prove that limit x tends to g, c, g composite of x equal to g of fc. And when what we show that at the point x equal to c, limit is equal to the point of g of fc, means g composite f is also a continuous function. Is also a continuous function. Now we are proving that the composite function of two continuous function is continuous. What we proved till now? We have discussed the composite function of two continuous function is also a continuous function. We have taken a b c, a b. We have a function f defined from a to b. We have a function g defined from g is b to c. We take an arbitrary point c here. Then we have c in the domain of a. Then in the domain of g, what do we have? We have fc there. And in the range of g, we have g of fc there. We are starting with taken the f and g are two continuous function. And taken let c be an arbitrary points of the domain of g composite f. Then when f is continuous, when our f is continuous, what we have? We have limit x tends to c, f of x equal to fc. When our g is continuous, then we take limit y tends to fc, g of y equal to g of c. Now we have to show composite function is continuous. Then now we take limit when limit x tends to c, g composite of fx is given by limit x tends to g of fx. What do we do there? When x tends to c, then our fx tends to fc. We are going to change take fx equal to y. When we take here y there, then our y tends to fc. Then when our y tends to fc, then g of y, from definition of g is continuous. When y tends to fc, g of y is equal to g of fc. Then this is equal to our g of fc. We are starting here with limit x tends to c, g composite f of x equal to our gfc. It is definition of continuity. Limit at the point xc exists and is equal to the point g of fc. When point at the function is equal to the limit of the point there, then our g composite f is also a continuous function. Now we are going to start with some examples on the composition of function. We are going some examples there, which can we prove that or show that using the composition of a function, that if the functions are continuous, then composition is also continuous there. Take one of the problem here. So that the function defined by fx equal to cos of x square, so that a function defined by fx equal to cos x is a continuous function. We have to show that the fx equal to cos x square is a continuous function. To show it's a continuous function, we using the concept of composition function there. Here we start here. We have fx equal to cos x square. To show it's a continuous, we are going to using the concept of composition. We are going to we have some gx function gx, take it's equal to cos x, and also assume here another function hx is equal to x square there. Now we are going to take composition of g composite h on x. By definition of composition, it's a g of hx. It's a g of hx. Now we are going to apply that. What is our g of hx? What is our g of hx? G of hx. When what is our hx? It's our x square. Wherever g goes, g of x goes to cos x, then is equal to cos x square. It is clear to all of you? We have taken composite function g composite on h of x, it's g of hx. What is our hx? H is equal to x square. Where is our g tends to point x? Our g tends to x goes images is cos x. Then we have cos x square. Now let's see. We have taken what is gx? Gx equal to cos x. We know that cosine function, sine, cosine, tan, cot, cos x, all are the continuous in its domain. It is a continuous function. Gx equal to cos x is a continuous function. Hx equal to x square. Yesterday we discussed every polynomial function is continuous in its domain at everywhere, at every point. Being a polynomial, it is also continuous. Now our two function is continuous. What we discussed today, our theorem, composition of two continuous function is also continuous, since composition of two continuous function is also continuous, then g composite h of x is continuous, that is cos x square is continuous function, or cos x square is a continuous function. Now we are going to take another example there. We take another example. So that the function defined by fx is equal to mod of cos x is a continuous function. We are going to show that the function defined by fx equal to mod of cos x is a continuous function. Now again, what we do? Again, we are starting with taking two functions. We have to show that this fx equal to mod of cos x is continuous. Then we are going to starting with let take gx is equal to mod of x and take h of x is what? Cos of x. Then we are again going to define a g composite f h on x. This is equal to g of hx. Again, what is our hx? Our hx is what? Cos x. G of cos x, and g of x is what? Mod of x. Then is our mod of cos x. Now gx equal to mod x. Yesterday we have discussed modulus function is a continuous function. We can easily show that it's continuous at every point. Then our gx equal to mod x is a continuous function. Again, already we have discussed. If you have any problem, then after that I am going to be show that our sine cosine function is continuous there. Now our cosine function is also continuous. Our cosine function is also continuous. Now g is continuous, h is continuous. Then by theorem we have composition of g composite h is also continuous there. Since g and h are continuous function, then g composite h is also continuous, and our g composite h is continuous, our left hand side is continuous. Then our mod x, that is mod of cos x, is also continuous. I'm going to take another example based on composition function that you would be better understand there. The topic is there. Now take another example there. We have taken one of the also taken. We have taken mod of cos x. We can take x also example. Just take another example question. Examine if sine of mod x is a continuous function, or we are going to examine that sine mod of x is a continuous function or not a continuous function. It's again based on a composition of two functions. This is also based on a composition of two functions there. We again take up two functions like in solution. We are going to start with solution. Take let, what we let here? We take a function g, take g is a what? Sine x, and take our hx is a mod x. Now we are going to again take g composite h on x is equal to g of hx. What is our hx? It is our mod x. What is the point g when goes to x? It's equal to sine of x. Then it's a sine of mod x. Now we have sine of mod x. Again, gx equal to sin x. I already told you sine cosine functions are continuous at its domain values. Then gx equal to sin x is our continuous function. Again, it's a modulus function. Modulus function is continuous everywhere. It's continuous. G is continuous. X is continuous. Then composition of two continuous function is also continuous. Then already composition is continuous. Our composition is equal to sine of mod x. Then obviously sine of mod x is also continuous there, and we have to write down, since gx equal to sin x is continuous, hx equal to mod x being modulus function is continuous. Then since g continuous, h continuous, then g composite h is also continuous. Write down the statement of theorem there. What is statement? Composition of two continuous function is also continuous. That is, our g composite h is what? It is equal to our sine of mod x. Then sine of mod x is also continuous. Then sine of mod x is also continuous there. And now we are going to take some examples. So that sin x is continuous in its domain. We are going to solving that our sin x, our sine function is a continuous function there. I already told you yesterday our trigonometric functions like sin x, cos x, tan x, cot x, cosec x, all these are the continuous function in its domain there. We can show it's easily that our sine cosine functions are continuous in its domain there. So suppose we are going to start with, we are going to take at x equal to c, where c belongs to domain of sin x. For fx equal to sin x, we are going to prove that the sin x is continuous function there. Then let for limit x tends to c of fx, limit x and c of fx, what we are going to change this c plus c minus with point there. We are going to discuss with limit x and c of fx. Then it's when we take our x is some c plus h, let's take x equal to our c plus h. Then our when x tends to c, then our s tends to 0. Now limit s tends to 0, then f of x is what? Now f of c plus s. What is f of c plus h? Limit s tends to 0 sine c plus h. Now limit s tends to 0 sine c plus h. We are going to be expansions of sine using sine a plus b. What is our sine a plus b? It's a sine c to sine h plus, we are using a sine a plus b, then sine c, sine into cos b plus cos into sine b, sine c into cos s plus cos c into sine b. By sine formula, what do we have? Sine a plus b, what? Sine a into cos b plus cos a into sine b. Now we are applying limit, algebra of limit there. Then we have limit s tends to 0 sine c into cos h plus limit s tends to 0 cos c sine h. Now c is our x equal to c is our arbitrary point. We have taken arbitrary point x equal to c there, or constant point. Then sine c is treating as a constant there. Then sine c is constant there. Then our limit s tends to 0 cos h. Again, cos c is also taken as constant there, plus cos c into limit s tends to 0 sin h. When s tends to 0, our cos h is, the value of cos h is what? It's 1 there, then is equal to sin c into 1. But when our s tends to 0, the value of sin h tends to is equal to 0 there, and it's 0. This term vanishes there. Now we have sin c there, and our sin c is equal to f of c. How do we prove that? We prove that limit of x tends to c fx is equal to f of c at x go to c. That's mean our sine function is a continuous function. Sorry, we've taken modulus. What do we have to show that? We have to show that sin x is a continuous. We start with arbitrary point x go to c there, and we show that our limit x tends to c fx is equal to f of c. Then our sin x is a continuous in its domain there. Similarly, we can when we prove that our sine is then we can with the use of sine we can show that fx equal to cosec x. We can show that easily fx equal to cosec x is our a continuous function there. How? Since fx equal to cos x, and it can be write as 1 upon sin x. Now it's a 1 upon sin x there. 1 upon sin x is what a form of? Yesterday we have discussed a rational function there. When we are going to discuss, then we are discussing a rational function is what a continuous function there. What do we discuss here? Our rational function is continuous. F is equal to cos x, then it's a line. It can be write in the form of s equal to 1 upon sin x. It's a rational function of px upon qx type, conditioning that our sin x not equal to 0, because when our sin x equal to 0, then this implies our x is all types of n pi types. When our domain is what? N is to pi. Whenever our x belongs to R, then is our R is what? N pi, where n is our where n is our z belongs to z, our integers values there, for any integral values there. Whenever sin x equal to 0, remember that in class 11 you have already learned that when sin x equal to 0, then our x is equal to n pi. Now what we have, since our sin is already we have proved in next example, since our sin x is continuous function, one being a constant function, both are continuous function, we have already proved that our sin is continuous, then this implies our cosecant is also a continuous function in its domain. When for all fx, where for all x belongs to R, n pi is to where n belongs to z there. Now we can show that our cos function is so that cosine function is continuous. Similarly, we can show that how we can show our sine is take fx equal to cos x. Similarly, as like a sine, what we do in the sine function proving it. Similarly, we can prove that in the cosine form there. We start some x equal to c arbitrary point there. Limit x tends to c, f of x equal to limit s tends to 0, f of c plus h. Now it ends with limit s tends to 0, cos of c plus h. Cos of c plus h. Then what we have? Limit s tends to 0, cos c plus h. It's a cos c cos h minus cos. What is the formula of cos a plus b? Cos a into cos b minus sin a sin b. Now limit s tends to 0, cos c into cos h minus limit s tends to 0, sin c into sin h. And what we have? cos is treating as constant, cos s limit s to 0, cos s value is 1, then this is equal to cos c, and when s to 0, sin s tends to 0, sin c treating as constant there, then it's 0 minus 0, we get cos c, this is equal to f of c. What we proved that? We proved that limit x tends to c, fx is equal to f of c, hence cos x is continuous in its domain. Now we can say that cos x is continuous, then our what is about secant of x, our secant can be fx equal to sec x, we can write in the form of fx equal to 1 by cos x. Then our cosine function is continuous, then it's being a rational function, 1 by cos x is also continuous there. When you have somebody ask about tangent function is continuous or not continuous, tangent it's a tan x, fx equal to tan x, it's maybe write as sin x upon cos x. Now it's a rational function, again in rational function condition cos x not equal to 0, again in a rational function our sine is continuous, our cos is continuous. Now obviously our tangent function is continuous in its domain. Now today we are discuss composition of function, then we are also discuss about our sine, cosine, cosec and tangent functions are continuous in its domain. Now tomorrow we are again with the terms continued there. We are with some selected examples which ask in board examinations or belongs to an NCERT textbook. We are going to discuss again tomorrow with some selected problems of continued chapter there.